dragons. So we discussed dragons in another podcast, so if you really want to go check that out, you'll hear an in-depth description of all the main ones. Dragons are also known as great worms. So, we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty detail and talk about the stories of everyone, but Johnny, just what famous dragons do we have, or what ones do we know about?
Well, the most famous one would probably be Smaug, again, from the Hobbit book. Do you want more?
Yeah, sure. Give us 2 or 3.
We have Ancalagon the Black.
Yeah, very good.
Who would be the biggest and baddest dragon that there ever was.
Huge.
We have Glaurung, who was the first and the father of dragons.
Yes, well done.
Do you want some more?
No, that's pretty good. Yeah, you've mentioned Glaurung, the father of dragons. He's the first dragon, and
the great one. He had no wings, yeah.
He had no wings, but he could breathe fire. No, could he? Yeah.
Yeah, he could, yeah.
And he could also see people with his eyes and stop them in their tracks.
He could kind of like put them under a spell, yeah, and he could like wipe your mind clear, and he could basically just kind of
freeze you.
I don't know, freeze you, but kind of like make you kind of you could touch your soul.
How about the power to move you?
Yeah, you could really like kind of put you under some sort of like hallucinogenic spell or something, kind of like a hypnotist or something.
And kind of talk to you and get in your mind and all that, pure Galadriel style.
Kind of like the snake from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, a little bit like this.
He's a great worm.
So Glaurung appears at the Dagor Bragollach in the First Age, and ultimately he is slain by Turin Turambar. And do
you want to just say that word, or do you want to tell what our listeners what the Dagor Bragollach was?
The Dagor Bragollach was a battle, a big battley war. Sorry, yeah. I think if I heard those 2 words like a couple of years ago, I'd be like, what the hell is that? But I suppose now that you hear it so often, you kind of forget. And Turin Turambar is a human, is a man as well.
He's a human man.
So Smaug, as well as mentioned, he's known from The Hobbit. He took over Erebor and was eventually slain by whom?
By Bard the Bowman.
Exactly, in the Third Age. And you also mentioned Ancalagon the Black. He fought in the War of Wrath, which is a war. A wrathful war. And this was in the First Age, and he was eventually slain by Eärendil. So I'll just mention 2 other dragons that we have. There's Scatha, which is another lovely worm. He was slain by Fram, the Northman, in the Third Age. And we have the Beast of Gondolin, or aka also known as the Fire Drake of Gondolin. He battled there during its fall in the First Age and possibly died there, but it's unknown, but probably. He probably died there. Now, there are many dragons that have appeared in Tolkien's writing, and heck, there was even a war called the War of the Dwarves and Dragons, but we've just mentioned the most notable ones, I think. There's also cold drakes and serpents, which are similar to dragons, but may differ in some minor ways, like not having wings or not being able to breathe fire, or there's also the like watery ones. And we see that in the Rings of Power as well. What do they call it? Do they call it the worm?
They call it a worm, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
they called it a worm in that, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So,
yeah.
So
as you mentioned there as well, the cold drakes specifically are the ones that were non-fire breathing. So I suppose it makes sense. Cold, which is they've got no fire.
But it is weird.
Fire in their bellies.
Doesn't Drake mean fire in Latin or something? The rapper, yeah.
What? Sorry, stop listening.
I think Drake I don't know. I think it's got something to do with fire. Like, I know fire drake is often what you'd call those like fire breathing creatures. Like dragon.
But surely drake is the like dragon thing, like fire dragon or
true. Yeah, drake, but there is like a distinguishable difference between dragons, drakes, serpents, and all that. But
I've no idea. I'm not your man.
You are my man.